Hello, everybody. My name is Melissa Swed. I am with the Concord TV staff. I do the productions, as we all do, and also the programming for Channel 22. And with me is my colleague, Justin.
Hello.
Want to talk about what you do?
I do a little bit of everything, but
Yes, fact.
my title is Production and Training Assistant, so I help with the video camps and all the video editing that we do around here.
Yeah, helps us with all the productions. He's a great asset to the team. Love having you here.
Oh, back at you, Melissa.
Good. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some of the Concord TV staff productions that we've done here. We usually do like a lot of fun, goofy ones around the holidays. We'll do like a spooky one for Halloween, and we do one for Christmas, just to have a little fun and kind of showcase our work and what we do, and talk a little bit about us. And something that we have started doing as of the summer is we've had a lot of fun doing a couple of parodies. One of them you probably saw opened the show. It was a Seinfeld parody that we were all involved in. So we were all the actors, and we did all the filming, and we did all the writing and the editing. We did everything ourselves. So it was a lot of fun. And the first one we did was actually over the summer. In between, we were doing it while doing video camp. So it was a little crazy over the summer, but it was a lot of fun. And we did a Full House parody. Do you want to talk a little bit about it?
Sure.
Go for it.
I don't even know how it came about. We were just kind of thinking about how can we reach out to the community, engage them in a fun way, while also getting across some of the things we offer here. So that's, you know, the Full House parody talked about producer support, it talked about our channels, it talked about helping the community. So even though it was lighthearted and we were all in wigs and costumes from Goodwill,
it was great, by the way.
Hopefully we got the point across, and we got some good engagement across the community, which is what we wanted. We want to let people know what we have to offer, and also that we don't bite.
Right.
And
we're fun. We're fun, right? I promise. Yeah. We're pretty easy. We try.
So yeah, we filmed that during our video camp seasons in between and edited it, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it if you haven't seen it already, or enjoy it if you've seen it twice. Yes,
and if you haven't already, make sure to go on Facebook, because it is on our Facebook page, and give it a like, write a little comment, you know, build up those likes. We're trying to get to 2,000. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the Full House parody we did this summer.
You got it, dude. We're bringing content to your community
on YouTube and Comcast.
It's Concord TV.
You can tape a show, we can help you grow.
Help you grow, or film a PSA.
You can take a class, then you learn real fast.
Learn real fast
how to make a video everywhere you watch.
When you're lost out there and you're all alone,
pull up our channels and watch on your phone.
Everywhere you watch.
Everywhere you watch.
Concord TV is built to serve a live studio audience. Wake up, Concord TV staff. What's on the agenda for today's meeting?
You called this meeting, Josh.
Yes, but before my list of gentle requests is addressed, I just want to give everybody a chance to chime in.
Well, I think that...
So how are we doing on the TriCaster update?
How rude.
All good to go. She's purring like a harlot.
Terrific. So we'll have dual monitors, and it'll give me more to clean.
Have mercy.
And where are we on the Concord On Air video?
Did somebody say video?
Oh, it turned Dylan.
I know. Cut it out.
So where are we at with producer support program? Are we helping community members grow and reach a larger audience?
Yes, everyone is so great. I love working with them. I just wish there was more I could do, you know?
Melissa, I understand, but we're a family, and we're here to help.
Aw, thanks, you guys.
Watch the hair, huh?
How do y'all attend their house? I just went for a run. Am I And my dogs are still barking.
Man, that smells worse than Graceland after an Elvis convention.
You know you love me, Uncle Mike.
One more thing, Melissa. Make sure the PSA gets up on Channel 22, okay?
You got it, dude.
We're back, and I'm back. So, Doris Ballard, Concord TV director, and I am really excited about my guests right now. All of my guests, but especially this one because Matt Newton is the director of the film office. Hello,
Hi.
welcome, and you brought a very special person with you.
Yeah,
This is your son Evan.
son
Hi,
Evan.
Evan.
Hi.
Welcome. And you were. You're one of our co-hosts for what reason? You were really involved with our summer video camps, and we'll ask you in a bit about what that was like. But first of all, I got to say a little something, and then I'll let you guys talk. Thank you. Okay, so I am very happy to say hello to my sister, Teresa, in Manitoba, Canada. She posted on our Facebook page and Concord TV, and if you post on Facebook page, we will say hello to you. And we're trying to drive up our likes to 2,000. So come on, if you're watching, like us on Facebook, Concord TV, and then post something, and we will say hello to you on the air. Okay.
Fantastic.
Fun games, huh?
I love it.
When you're done here, go back home
I'm
and
going to
then
immediately. I'm going to say
post on
something
Facebook. There we go.
Good
Okay.
shout out.
So tell us, first, I want to talk to you before we get into our very special guest here. What exactly do you do as director of the New Hampshire Film Office?
Well, it's a state government agency that deals with all sorts of film, television, photography, commercial projects that come into the state, originate in the state. I'm one of the first phone calls productions will make to find locations and crew and have help with permitting and all sorts of production logistics. And one of the things we also do, we do a lot with educational initiatives, and we run a high school film festival. So I'm very excited about any time we have a chance to work with our youth and
great.
Video projects. So.
Well, I know you were on our board. You served for quite a few years
Yeah.
on our Concord TV board,
of
and you
fun.
were our president or our chair. And we miss you, I must say. So
Oh, I miss you all.
glad you're here today. So what are some of the most exciting, name one exciting production that came to the city or the state of New Hampshire that you were
We had one
welcoming?
recently. Yeah, we had one recently called In Your Eyes, and it was a film that was written and produced by Joss Whedon, who was the director of The Avengers. And we helped a lot with that project and got a lot of crew on there. And I think it's available, Amazon, Netflix, that sort of thing. But we tend to get a lot of the smaller independent projects as opposed to the big Hollywood films. So it's kind of fun. It's sort of that use a little Yankee ingenuity, and I'm sure you're familiar with doing with what you have and making a decent product out of it. So that's the kind of thing we do.
Exciting.
It's
Right.
fun.
Well, Evan, our very special co-host here. Now, you took our video camps this summer, right? I mean, we saw you be bopping around. You helped create some of the videos, and by the way, your sister Emily is behind a camera right now, so we have to give a shout out to Emily too, Emily Newton. And Mom is watching in the little.
It's a
control
family
room.
affair.
It's a family
around
affair
here.
here today. Okay, Evan, it's all yours. Tell us about your experience being part of our youth camps this summer.
I liked all the editing, and I also liked the silent vampire films, and I also like Casablanca.
And they're all on YouTube, right?
Right.
Yeah.
People can see them on YouTube.
And
tell them what you do now. What have you been doing? You've been working on stuff at home too.
I've
now.
been working on films and doing a lot of editing on a computer.
That's fantastic. Are you going to be a future filmmaker, perhaps? You know, a
Maybe.
famous filmmaker?
Maybe.
Maybe. At the very least, it'll help you in school. You can get A's from doing videos and school projects, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're going to take any more camps from Concord TV?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Filmmaking camp?
Mhm.
Nice.
So in your good. So in the camps, you did some writing, you did editing, you did acting. Your sister was part of it too. Your sister is 13 now, and we saw Emily when she was about your age, right? When she started out, maybe 9, 10, 11.
She was a little older when she started,
right?
yeah.
So you're 8 now.
Yes.
You're like the lower part, 8. We have classes for youth 8 through 14. So I must say, I've seen some of the work you were part of. You're really good. Congratulations. Yeah.
There's a lot of work at home. We've been doing a lot of green screen projects.
Oh, yeah, that's what they love, the green screen
things
project.
that he carried home with him from the camp. So we love the camps.
That's great. That's great. Well, we're going to be seeing pretty soon something very special, so hang in there because we'll be talking more with you. But right now I want to go back to your dad, Matt. Not too long ago, you had a very special naming of the building that you're located in the film.
Yeah.
So it was the Van McLeod was
we
named after him.
lost Van a year ago, and you did a wonderful dedication about a year ago on Concord On Air. It was lovely. And one of the things our department wanted to do was to name our building down on Pillsbury Street after Commissioner McLeod. So
that's great.
We did that, and we hope to get signage up there soon, and we're working on landscaping. And
very nice.
It's nice to be able to name the building after someone like Van, especially when he was born in that building too. So, yeah, and we had a lovely dedication.
He was born in that building?
He was born. That was a former hospital building, and
That's
that was
unbelievable.
like a birthing unit. And
yeah. So we're going to see a little clip of that. I don't know if we're ready to see it now. We have a little more time. Yes, we are. Well, let's go.
Get that thumbs up.
I know. So let's go over and watch the clip of Van McLeod naming of the building that the film. It's a state-owned building. It's on Pillsbury Street.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Today we're dedicating the building at 19 Pillsbury Street, which is owned by the state, to the memory of Van McLeod, who was Commissioner of the Department of Cultural Resources for 24 years.
Van was born in this building at 19 Pillsbury Street in 1945. And I will spare you some of the details that Van told me, but you need to know that Van was born early. His mother was in a curtained-off area in the hallway. She hadn't been admitted to a room yet, but that was so like Van to be ready to go and not too concerned with convention that he was born when he felt it was the right time.
He was an iconic leader in the cultural arts field, and he was a dear friend of lots and lots of people. I think you can see from the crowd that was here, there were lots of people who wanted to pay homage to a wonderful man and a great friend.
Look, Van McLeod set an example for all government employees. I mean, he just loved the department, he loved the people, he was passionate about it, he was humble, and he was always positive, and he really understood that the value of a department comes with its people. And he championed not just efforts around the state, but he championed the value of arts, the library, all the different aspects of cultural resources. So this is just a great way to memorialize him. I think he'd be shocked if he knew we were actually doing it. But for someone who served the state so proudly for 24 years, it's really the least we could do.
Commissioner McLeod died just a year ago today, and we have been working on this for quite a while. A bill was put in to this state legislature and to the House of Representatives to name a building.
I only filed 2 bills this session of the House, and one of them was naming 19 Pillsbury Street after Commissioner Van McLeod. And it was such an easy thing to do after his passing. I can't think of anybody more in state government who's more worthy than having the building named after than Commissioner McLeod.
Van had an outsized personality, a wonderful sense of humor, and a passion for all things history and culture. In fact, it was his love of theater that gave him a love of history. So this ability and interest of his, combining the two and understanding, is really what I think he brought to his work and the departments. The connection and the importance of things present, past, and future.
And if you take a look at this country as a whole, culture was always an important part of it. As a matter of fact, as the wagons moved west, one of the last things they threw out of the wagon was the piano that they brought with them. Culture was and arts were involved in every community and every family. So when I look at the arts and the community value of those, if we're only thinking of what is the black tie, we're not only doing ourselves a huge disservice, we're doing our community a disservice.
Let's make it happen, right? Let's make some laws. All right. So do you guys, Chelsea and Joan, you want to join me up here? Senator, Representative, anyone else? All right. And there it is. Congratulations. Thank you guys so much. Oh, thank you. Oh, there you go.
And we're back. I filmed the Van McLeod dedication ceremony. It was nice to see all the community, family, friends, and co-workers who had worked with Van and know how important he was to the state. So it was nice to see that put together. We're going to also talk about our nonprofit PSA Day.
Yes.
Melissa, do you want to share some?
Yeah, sure. So basically, every year, Concord TV hosts an annual PSA Day. It's usually in September. And this year, I think we had about 7 nonprofits, I think it was, come and take advantage of this incredible opportunity. It's a great way for nonprofits to get their mission out there, spread the word on what they do, get people involved, recruit volunteers. It's overall a huge benefit to the community. And the best part, it's completely free. And I think that's something that people can really take away from that, is that they're getting a quality product, which if you hire a videographer might cost you easily $2,000, but this is something that you're getting for free.
Right.
So it's very, very valuable, I think, in a lot of different ways for them.
And I think people will see that sometimes you're nervous about being on camera.
Right.
You do a lot of work, but you're not really in front of a camera talking about what you do. But we really try and make it as relaxed as possible.
Absolutely.
And make sure that everyone's comfortable. And once you kind of exhale, you have a your time to sort of get your word out there.
Absolutely. And I think something else too that can kind of fall through the cracks, I think when you're passionate about something, it almost comes easy and natural to talk about it. And I think once you remind people of that, like you're talking about what you do, you're talking about your mission, and people are like, oh yeah, you're right, actually. So I think once they kind of get through those jitters and those nerves, it kind of can come easily for them. So it's nice to see too when they loosen up and they smile and they do a great job. They come out really good.
They do. And you know, people that haven't read the teleprompter at all kind of
they did it in one take.
Yeah, do it in one take, 1, 2 takes.
Yeah, it was amazing. It really is. And I think with that being said, again, we host it in every September usually. The day might vary, but you can always go to our website, check out our Facebook for the exact day and time. If you know somebody who owns a nonprofit or if you run one yourself, you can definitely look into doing it next year for 2018. And with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the PSAs that were done this year.
Check it out.
Okay. Perfect. All right, you guys ready?
Yes, ready.
All right. So stand by. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we are rolling in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Want to know the secret to a happy and longer life? It's volunteering.
How can we overcome cancer? By joining together with others, by using our combined strength to become far more powerful, more caring, and more fearless.
Since it opened in 1980, the Friendly Kitchen has had one goal: to feed the hungry. The Friendly Kitchen provides over 53,000 meals a year to those in need.
If you think you've had a concussion, don't hide it. Report it to your parents, coach, and doctor, and take the time to recover. Remember, it's better to miss one game than the whole season.
We want you to know if you have a disability and a legal problem relating to the disability, you can give us a call for legal information, advice, and assistance.
Good Life works to enrich the lives of adults as they age with exercise, art, travel, seminars, and more.
You can be connected and explore new opportunities while helping others, staying healthy, and investing in your community.
Okay, and we're clear. Awesome. Were you happy with that?
Yeah.
You were okay. Perfect. All right, but it was great.
Okay.
Yeah, you did a great job.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Hello, and we're back.
We're back.
Yes, Matt and I are here with a very special person who has been she was nominated for one of our most fascinating individuals, and our committee accepted her as one that we celebrate this year, one of 4. And with that, I want to introduce 18-year-old Brooke Mills. And apparently, Brooke, you wore your tiara, and you had just won the Miss Merrimack pageant.
I did.
Congratulations and welcome.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much
I
for
know.
having me.
This is wonderful. So you are the this is part of the Miss America 2018 pageant. I'm not part of. I don't know much about but it's like a franchise or whatever they call it.
Yes,
right?
yes. So when I won the title of Miss Merrimack, I am now able to compete for Miss New Hampshire in April.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So you will be competing for that one, and we're going to keep our fingers crossed and say we know her.
Yes.
Yes.
Last
Right.
April in 2017, I was the 3rd runner-up for Miss New Hampshire, and I was one of the youngest contestants. So I'm really happy and excited to be able to go back.
That's fantastic. Now
And you've done a lot of great work. I was looking over the sheet. You've logged over 2,000 volunteer hours. That's amazing.
Yes, I have since I was 13.
Great work.
Where do you get? Who inspires you? Where do you get that passion to give to the community? I mean, it's amazing.
I think it comes from my own personal experiences. I had a hard time reading when I was younger. I did not read at grade level, so I had a real passion for fostering that love for children to be able to read. So I started volunteering through that. My dad was also part of the Army, and so I find it really important to be thanking our troops. So I help collect thank you letters. I'm on my 7,000th batch, and I'm able to send them across the world to thank our troops for sacrificing their life. And then I suffered a concussion, a brain injury, and since then I've been a peer-to-peer speaker with the Brain Injury Association of New Hampshire to be able to bring awareness to concussions all around the state of New Hampshire.
Now, you had a concussion when you played sports, correct? What were you playing?
I did not actually play any sports.
Oh, you
I was
didn't?
a dancer.
So how did it? Oh, you were a dancer. See, even in dancing,
Yes.
you can have injuries, right?
I actually wasn't in dance class, so I'd never played any contact sports. I was a dancer. I never really knew what a concussion was, but when I was in my mandatory gym class here at Concord High, I went to go pick up a ball, and a boy went to go kick the same ball and ended up kicking my cheek and leaving me knocked unconscious on the gym floor. I really had no information on what a concussion was, and I was going through a lot of hard times with all the signs and the symptoms that I was going through. I had headaches. I was really sensitive to light and dizzy and always really sleepy. I fell asleep in my classroom right after my concussion. So I now educate people about what concussions are and how they need to know the signs.
That's fantastic. I mean, you've got such a long history already at 18. I mean, you partnered with the Brain Injury Association of America, as you said, to host the 2nd Annual National Concussion Awareness Day on September 15th.
Yes. So I founded the organization Lessen the Impact, and with that I founded National Concussion Awareness Day. So this was the 2nd annual. I was really happy to be able to partner with the Brain Injury Association of America with having such a broad platform. I was able to take over their social media accounts and record a public service announcement here, which was awesome to be able to get the word out.
Fantastic.
What's it like being part of pageants? And I know you get some rewards from it if you win, correct? What did you get for being Miss Merrimack, I mean, other than being able to now enter the Miss New Hampshire pageant?
Yes, so this is my 2nd year in the Miss New Hampshire organization. And I am currently a student at NHTI, and I've had a really substantially large amount of my education covered through this organization because it is the largest providing scholarship program for young women today. So just with the Miss Merrimack title, I was awarded $1,500 in scholarships, cash scholarships. And then I'm also after to become a doctor of chiropractic someday. And if I am able to capture the title of Miss New Hampshire in April, there's a full ride scholarship to chiropractic college on the line for there. So we've got our fingers crossed.
Absolutely.
What did you do for your entertainment part of the,
Yes. So
Are
there's
you a
many
singer,
phases
a
of competition.
dancer, or- yeah.
Like I said, I was a dancer. I had my concussion. I never played in these sports, but after my concussion, I was not able to return to dance classes. So I still wanted to be able to compete for Miss New Hampshire. So I started taking singing lessons, and now I am a singer for that phase of competition.
That's fantastic. Wonderful. Well, we have something special for you. Yes, we do. So Concord Community TV 2017 Most Fascinating Individual, Brooke Mills for 2017. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Add
It
a
was very nice of you.
add a small token of congratulations, and thank you for being a part of it today. And now you can add that to your long list of credits. Do you have any more questions to ask?
No questions. I'm just thrilled to meet you and continue doing all the great work.
Thank you so much.
Before we sign off, why don't we, do you have any messages for young people about getting involved?
Of course, if you would like to get more information on concussions, you can go to lessontheimpact.org, and you can find a lot of information about my blog on there, and just how to get more involved with concussions and making sure you're well educated.
Fantastic.
Well, Brooke Mills, Most Fascinating Individual for 2017. Congratulations again, and we'll be watching you in the future. You're doing some amazing things. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so
All
much
right.
for having me.
Thank you. And now let's go take a look at the video clip of Brooke Mills.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Mills, and I nominated my daughter, Brooke. I nominated Brooke because I'm really impressed with how much she cares about the community. She has done over 2,000 documented hours of community service, and I think that's highly unusual for an 18-year-old girl. When Brooke was 12 years old, she went on her first mission trip to Bolivia, and we served at 7 different orphanages over the course of a week, and she had her eyes open to what it's like to live outside of the United States. And she came home so appreciative and thankful to be here in the Concord community that she went on a path of serving others. Since then, she's gone on 5 more mission trips to Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and 3 to the Fort Peck Indian Reservation in Montana. When Brooke was a freshman at Concord High, she suffered a concussion, and it really changed the way she functioned on a day-to-day basis. School became difficult, she became withdrawn from her friends, and felt like no one understood. And through her healing process, she has reached out to other people that have suffered concussions and helped them with their healing process, and has also partnered with the Brain Injury Association of America and New Hampshire to do fundraising for brain injury awareness. I'm just so proud of all she's accomplished.
Hi, my name is Brooke Mills, and I'm 18 years old. Well, graduating high school was awesome. I graduated in 3 years, so a year early, and it was something that I really wanted to do, and I was really happy to be able to accomplish that. I've started my journey of post-secondary education at NHTI, and I'll be graduating in the spring with my associate's degree in health science, and I'm looking to become a chiropractor someday. So last April, I was able to compete for the title of Miss New Hampshire, and I was one of the youngest contestants. So to be able to place 3rd runner-up and also win the Community Service Award and Swimsuit and Lifestyle and Fitness Award was amazing. I was able to pay for a lot of my college education because the Miss New Hampshire program is the largest providing scholarship program for young women today. So it was really awesome to be able to do that. It was a week long. It took a lot of practice and a lot of determination to be able to complete that before going to the Miss New Hampshire stage. So I've been really thankful enough to be able to complete over 2,000 hours of community service. And there's many ways that I was able to accomplish that. One of them is through the Read to Feed program, and I kind of think of it as a marathon almost for kids, and they read books and collect money for every book that they read, and the class will come together and buy an animal for a village in need halfway around the world through the Heifer organization. So I've really been able to embrace that program and see how it's helped so many people around the world. I've also been involved with the A Million Thanks organization, and I travel a lot, which I'm thankful for, and every time I'm on the airplane I bring blank cards and I ask the stewardesses to announce that I'm collecting thank you cards for our soldiers, and so I've been able to collect thousands of those thank you letters. I've also been able to travel on 6 international mission trips to the Fort Peck Indian Reservation in Montana and to Bolivia. I was able to collect money, donations before I left for Bolivia, and I was able to buy Spanish books for children in 7 different orphanages, which was really touching. I find the love for literacy to be extremely important today, especially in today's youth. I've also been able to travel to Haiti and the Dominican Republic, and every time I traveled I was able to bring something and offer something. Maybe it was just a smile or a hug or maybe some toys and books, so it's been an amazing experience. I recently founded the organization Lessen the Impact, and with that I have been able to speak to lots of schools and reach lots of kids and been able to create a lot of public service announcements, which I think is really important to be able to get the word out about concussions and how important it is to take them seriously. But also I was able to found National Concussion Awareness Day, which started as a statewide day here in New Hampshire, and I realized that not everybody in New Hampshire is just impacted by concussions. It's all around the United States and all around the world, so I needed to make a National Concussion Awareness Day. And with that, I've been able to partner with the Brain Injury Association of America, and I was able to take over their social media. I was able to go on a lot of radio shows, and it's been amazing to see the thousands of amount of people that have seen all of the work I've done with National Concussion Awareness Day, because that's the goal of it. With Lessen the Impact and my partnership with the Brain Injury Association of New Hampshire, I'm able to collect donations for them to help them create more of a message for concussions around the state of New Hampshire. So I've been able to start the 4th annual Beauties Bowling for Brain Injury, and that is on October 22nd. If you'd like to get involved, you can go to the Brain Injury Association of New Hampshire's website and sign up there. It will be in Concord, and all of the proceeds will be going to the Brain Injury Association.
Welcome back, everybody. You are watching Concord On Air, a Concord TV live broadcast. Wasn't that video awesome? Brooke is so amazing. She really is fascinating. And to do everything that she's accomplished so far at such a young age, she's only 18, it's pretty amazing. It's very admirable. And hopefully she can be a great role model for a lot of younger people to get out there and to volunteer and become involved in their community. And that's what Concord TV is kind of all about as well.
Right.
So really great job. And I worked with Brooke on that video and we had so much fun. I love her. She's great. But speaking of doing things in the community, Concord TV does go out on location a lot, and we tape a lot of community events and things for the city and the school board, and it's a lot of fun. And one of the things that I did this past, I think it was in May, is I taped the Concord Trust ceremony, which was an award ceremony where teachers were given grants to do innovative things within the classroom. So kind of beyond run-of-the-mill, beyond the norm. And it was really exciting to get to see. I actually had never even heard of the Concord Trust before I did that. And the award ceremony was right here inside Concord High School in their auditorium. And yeah, it was really great to see all the really unique things that the teachers have in store to do in their classroom. Some of the things were robotics, and a lot of virtual reality was getting involved. So it's really cool to kind of see the technology and the science behind it coming into the classroom. So yeah, it was really, really interesting. And with that being said, we are going to go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from the Concord Trust ceremony. Hope you enjoy.
Concord Trust is a nonprofit organization that provides grants which fund innovative school projects. These projects enhance the educational experience for students in the public school system. Every year, Concord Trust funds a variety of fun, creative, and educational programs based upon grant requests submitted by Concord area teachers, staff, and administration. Several pilot programs initially funded by Concord Trust grants have been incorporated into the Concord School District curriculum. Some of these include virtual reality, robotics, and kinetic sculpture. Since its start back in 1997, the Trust has awarded grants totaling over $185,000, making a huge impact on the Concord public school system.
It is exciting to think about 20 years of supporting innovation in our schools.
Thank you for believing in us. Thanks for presenting.
Thank you so much. I also just wanted to give a big thank you to the Trust for making this possible for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the board for this, and we can't wait to get started.
We could not do this without the Concord Trust, so thank you all so much.
Congratulations to all grant recipients, and thank you for making a difference in our community. For more information on the Concord Trust, visit concordtrust.org.
And welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Concord On Air here at Concord TV. We're live, and it takes a lot to put a show like this together through the afternoon. And I just want to say thank you to our supporters, our volunteers, all our guests and hosts that we've had on today. But of course, when you're doing a show like this, you get hungry, don't you? So we've had a lot of great local businesses who have brought in food for the volunteers and guests and hosts and everything that's going on here. And we just want to say thank you to all those local businesses, including, who would you like to thank?
Checkmate Pizza, Common Man, Constantly Pizza, D'Angelo's Pizza, Domino's Pizza, Panera Bread, Papa John's Pizza, Pizza Hut, and Sam's Club.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So
Yay.
thank you very much, everybody, for helping out with this broadcast. And Doris, he's just a natural.
Absolutely.
It's
You're
fantastic.
really
It's great
good.
to be with you.
I love having the Newton family here as co-hosts. I love it. And then we have, of course, I'm going to say it again, Emily Newton is at the camera.
Hi, Emily.
Yeah,
Emily's behind her
Emily.
camera. Having a lot of
And
fun.
doing a great job. All right. Well, I want to say thank you to all of our board members who were part of it, of course. But David Myrtle was the one that got the food for the refreshments. And I got to tell you, there's like food galore out there, and our volunteers and our crew are very hungry. And I'm sure that they'll be able to be well fed. So, and when we're all done here, we're all going to go over and imbibe in some of that food. Is that the right word?
That's correct.
Right, okay. All right, speaking of having fun, our Easter extravaganza is coming up again March 16th, 17th, and 18th. And it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's happening at next year, and it's happening at the Bektash Shrine. And I'm going to give a little plug for the Shriners Festival of Trees. They always have an amazing turnout, and they're very supportive of our Easter extravaganza, which is a lot like the Festival of Trees, but it has Easter baskets, right, instead of trees. So people can come and win Easter baskets. And what do you think happens with the money that we raise? Actually, it's a fundraiser to raise equipment that people like Emily and Evan Newton use during video camps and
The
filmmaking
equipment was
camps.
pretty cool,
right?
wasn't it?
Yeah,
It's fun to use cameras and stuff.
I mean, we put equipment in your hands like what? Microphones, cameras, editing equipment, right? And you probably wouldn't be able to go out and buy that on your own. It's a lot of money. But now Dad probably has to go out and buy it for you because now you're hooked, right?
Yes, he's getting very good at using our phone.
Hey, you can use your phone to do that, absolutely. All right, well, let me tell you a little bit about the Easter extravaganza. It is going to be raising money for equipment that's going to be used by our community, our youth, people who come in and do shows here at Concord TV. You can come in and do your own show. You can tape your PSAs, as we talked about, if you're a nonprofit organization. And all this equipment costs money, and we do want to stay up with the current equipment out there, the state-of-the-art equipment, because that's what we do. We teach people to use our equipment to create stories that they can share with the rest of the public in our community and beyond. Because now people can go watch on our 3 channels, Government Channel 17, Education Channel 6, Public Access Channel 22, and you can watch it on yourconcordtv.org.
That's fantastic.
Right? And on demand. And I also encourage you to go look at all the great videos that Concord TV has created over the years on YouTube, which is Concord NH TV on YouTube. All right, so what can you win? Well, you got the Easter baskets you can win for theme baskets for people of all ages at the Easter Extravaganza, March 16th, 17th, and 18th. And there's activities for the kids, activities for families. There's entertainment. We even had karaoke last year at the end. Every hour there's some new entertainment.
When do you start looking for donations for all those baskets?
Donations for the baskets.
When does that happen?
Right in November, we'll be starting to ask people for. We need people to make baskets, theme baskets. So we're going to be reaching out to the public. If you want to give a basket in honor of someone or a name of someone, people do that too. So you make them for themes. Like we had man cave theme, and you can win a prize for the best basket.
The Easter
right?
Bunny will be there, right?
The Easter Bunny will be there. The Easter Bunny will be here visiting a little bit later, but he's very tired right now. You know,
watching the game.
Watching the game.
Yeah.
All right. So what's going to be happening next? A video on this amazing Wynant memorial dedication. We do have a little bit of an intro here. Would you like to read that intro? No?
I don't have the intro in front of me, but I will tell you that.
Then you can tell us, and then I'll read it.
Van McLeod's biggest projects, one of the last projects he was involved in, and really wanted to see a memorial in honor of Governor Wynant. And through an awful lot of fundraising, a lot of work from a lot of volunteers, this finally came through, and it's gorgeous down on Park Street here in Concord.
Beautiful. Yeah,
and
so
you know, he stands there holding out his hand, and what's interesting is that he used to give coins out to the people looking for work and homeless or whoever, and now people are putting coins in the hand of the statue, and it's wonderful to see.
It's interesting. So go check out the statue. You'll be hearing about it in a video in a minute. But first, this is our last time to speak to the people who are watching right now.
Oh.
So we're all done.
It goes so quick.
I know, but Evan, I wanted to ask you before we go to the video of the Wynant Memorial, I wanted to ask you to probably look and say something to the camera about why kids should take the camp. Am I putting you on the spot here?
Can you talk to that camera right there where Emily is?
Yeah, if you had a friend say, why do you think they should take that camp, video camp?
I think kids should take that camp because it's really fun in editing and filming, and you can film your own ideas and films.
That's fantastic.
Now you can tell your friends that, they didn't believe you were going to be on TV today, did they?
And you were.
They're going to be on TV.
I think you're ready for the big time now. All right.
Thank you,
Thank you so much, Matt and Evan Newton, for being on, and thank you, Emily Newton, for being here, and Mom, Lisa Newton, for supporting this group here. She's in the control room. Thank you. And here we go now. If you wanted to hear something about the Wynant Memorial, this is your chance to see the video that we captured about the dedication of that memorial. Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining us today as we honor Governor John Wynant. Today is the first dedication of a statue to a solo individual on the campus of the New Hampshire State House since Franklin Pierce's statue was dedicated in 1914. If you ask historians about Governor Wynant, one word that always seems to come up, that he was a man of great humility. So this memorial we are dedicating today to Governor John Wynant is far more than what he would have ever wanted, but far less than what he deserves.
You know, he has been described by many as the most famous granite stater that nobody knows. And finally we get to give him and his family their rightful due. I've had the honor of sitting in that corner office and watching this memorial being built. And it's a memorial that just didn't happen on accident. It took a lot of work by a lot of individuals. Van McLeod, of course, who I think is a friend to most everyone in this audience, he's really the one I think we owe a lot of the thanks to, and what he did before his passing in terms of spearheading this, making sure not just the man, but the ability to memorialize him really came to fruition. I also want to thank Lynn Olson, who wrote the book, Citizens of London, who I think really got a lot of us understanding it. I did not know, and I think I can speak for a lot of us who really did not know a lot about Governor Winant. It's an honor to recognize someone, frankly, is just a true son of the state of New Hampshire and represented everything we know and believe in as part of that live free or die spirit.
As we've heard, life took him to London in our darkest, hardest hour. It was the height of the Blitz, when German air raids levelled 1 million homes and killed 40,000 people. But Winant came anyway, declaring on the tarmac, and I quote, "There is no place I'd rather be at this time than in England." His warmth and his compassion and his determination to stand with them and share their dangers was the first tangible sign for the British that America and its people really cared what happened to them. And so he became a symbol of the best side of America. And that's what we're celebrating here today. And John Winant laid the foundation for all of that relationship. He brought our countries closer together, and even as the world around us was falling apart during that time. And he reminded us that the US and the UK remain indispensable partners for peace and progress around the world. And I think he, and I hope his family, will be very proud to know that that still rings true today.
Let me just say, for those of us who served in Vietnam, there's a long tradition when one Vietnam veteran meets another for the first time to say to them, "Welcome home." I won't go into the deep personal meaning of those two simple words that mean so much to us who fought in the war so long ago and far away. But let me simply close by saying, John Winant, thank you for your service to our state, our country, and our nation. You served our country with such honor and distinction. John Winant, welcome home.
And we're back.
Yes, we are.
That was a great video. I mean,
Yes.
it's always nice to see one of Van's last sort of missions to get that statue, and Governor Winant being recognized, because he was an important figure in New Hampshire and kind of forgotten, but he was kind of truly a Concord original, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that segues into our next little bit here. I love Justin's segues. He just, for the record, he is brilliant, and he just tells me what to say, and I just repeat it. So that's pretty much how this works.
Like a reverse Cyrano de Bergerac.
Yes, exactly.
So tell me about Concord Originals, because this was really sort of your spearheading project, and we've seen a few of them throughout the day.
Yes. I think we've seen 3 of them maybe so far.
They keep getting better and better.
Well, that's
the
good.
The bar is really high.
Good. I'm glad to hear you say that, because I was really nervous having them premiere today. And hopefully the artists who are watching so far are happy with the product, because of course I want the artists to be happy. But Concord Original was this idea where we really wanted to showcase live music during Concord On Air, but the problem with that is you have to have another set, and the artist might be late, and then you have to mic them up, and it's just a lot of chaotic stress that kind of goes into that. So I kind of was like, well, what if we just pre-tape all these performances? It is extra work, because you have to plan, and you have to coordinate, and go out and film and edit them before Concord On Air. But in the long run, all you essentially have to do is play a video, and there's a lot of art that goes into it, and I tried to use different camera angles and showcase the instrument and really have fun with showing off their talent and kind of playing with that. So I tried to get, artistic with the videos and showcase what we can do at Concord TV with the equipment and resources that we have available. So it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing it, and the next one that we are going to watch is Aaron Jones. A lot of you around town might know him as Mr. Aaron. That's his stage name. He is a great guy, super fun, very talented musician. And one of the reasons that I really wanted to work with him is, A, he's right down the street. He works right off Liberty Street, which is really close. So he's local, he's in Concord, but also he does music specifically for kids. So I thought that was very interesting and a very unique spin, and it's different from all of the other artists that I was working with. And I really wanted them to be each unique in their own way, different in their own way, different instruments, feature different types of music. So Aaron definitely fit the bill perfectly there. And his song that he plays will easily get stuck in your head, easily. I promise you. When I was filming him all day long, when I was editing the footage, I was singing. It's called All My Friends Are Giants. That's the name of the song he's going to perform in the video.
My nephew is big into Giants.
Yes, see? There you go. Kids
this morning
love it.
he woke up and said, I heard Giants.
Yeah.
And they were
was it just the people that live above them stopping their feet?
I don't
Is that
know,
what it was?
But I
Who
should
knows?
play a Mr. Aaron song.
You should, yeah.
How can, I know this series will probably continue, but how can people reach out to you if they wanted to be involved in becoming a Concord Original?
Oh, that's a very good question. It's really simple. You can send me an email. My email is melissa@yourconcordtv.org. You can always just Google Concord TV if you forget that, and we have a generic email. You can send it to that inbox. It'll go to Josh, which he will then forward to me. You can also just give us a call. Hey, I'm a local artist. I heard about this Concord Original. I'd really like to become involved. Our phone number is 603-226-8872. And again, my name is Melissa. I'm kind of the project coordinator for this. And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Someone should record a video of you recording Concord Originals because you're a Concord Original.
Well, thank you, Justin. But I think you're a Concord Original. Back at you.
We have to keep the parameters a little narrow.
We
though, 'cause then
do, we
everybody
do.
Well, everybody could be a Concord Original.
Everyone is original. Everyone is unique in their own way, right?
That's true.
Yeah. We try to focus it on more artistic, styles, whether you're a musician, a writer, a dancer, something artistic. We try to focus on that.
Does Aaron, Mr. Aaron, does he travel around the city, or do you know his...
As far as I know, I think he goes everywhere. He books gigs, he does birthday parties, he does events. He kind of goes all around New Hampshire, New England. So yeah, he's very talented. He also has a YouTube channel, he has an album, so it's just, he's very, very talented, and he has a lot going for him. And also, a little fun fact, I know this is kind of a spoiler for the video, but I think it's really cute what he does. His character always wears really fun socks, so you'll get to see his special socks that he wears.
All right, so we're going to take a look at that video, and this is our last hurrah hosting.
Yes,
so
it is.
Thanks for spending some of the time with us.
Yes,
and
thank you.
I can't wait to see what Mr. Aaron has in store.
Yes, let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Aaron Jones, and I'm a Concord Original. I'm a musician. My first instrument was saxophone. I started in middle school band a long time ago, but now I play guitar, drums, anything I can get my hands on, really. I find a lot of my inspiration in stories. A lot of the music that I write and perform is for theater. Or is inspired by stories that I've read about people or books. I think imagination is my sort of primary inspiration. I also have my own studio called Rattlebox Studio. It's here in Concord at the Concord Community Arts Center. We opened in 2016 and do pretty much anything musical, from classes to lessons and even recordings. We have bands in here to record, or singer-songwriters or rappers or whatever, but we also do music classes for kids. That's sort of the primary focus of the studio, and lessons on a variety of different instruments. Music has always been a huge part of my life, and I think the biggest thing that I was trying to do when I started Rattlebox was share that love of music with people, and more importantly, inspire and empower other people, from young kids to adults, to play with music, to find their creative voice, to express themselves musically, because I think that everybody does have some music somewhere inside them. And so I wanted to make a place where we could share that music and really help people feel comfortable in who they are and what they want to say and what they want to do, and express those ideas musically. So I perform a lot for kids, and when I do, I'm Mr. Aaron. The name came from teaching. That was my teaching name. Kids called me Mr. Aaron, and so I thought that makes a good stage name. I'll just keep it. So I'm Mr. Aaron, and one very important thing to know about Mr. Aaron is he always wears very fun socks. So the song I'm going to perform is called All My Friends Are Giants, and it's a song that I wrote for kids. And it started in a lesson with a kid, with a 4-year-old. I was teaching him ukulele, and we were talking about rhyming. And so we started making up this song about rhyming that eventually turned into this song that I called All My Friends Are Giants, because I started to think about all the kids I teach And though they're small, they're these giant people inside. So that's where the idea came from. So I hope you enjoy it. A tea party is a fine occasion, all prim and proper, never eyebrow raising. But when I host a party of notoriety, we break all the rules of fine society. No, we are never in compliance, 'cause all my friends are giants. Big Giant Pete has big giant feet, and he lives in a house on Giant Street. Big Giant Paul is actually rather small, but spends a lot of time at the mall. Well, all my friends are giants. They like coming over for tea. When your friends are giants, just ask them to step carefully. Hey, watch it! Big Giant Mac takes her tea black, but always steers the chat off track. So this one time, Alibaba, Big Giant Drake, sat in my giant cake. But I'm not upset, it was just a mistake. Happens all the time. Big Giant Bee spilled her giant tea. Whoops, my backyard is a swimming pool, apparently. All my friends are giants. They like coming over for tea. When your friends are giants, just ask them to jump carefully. Let's jump! Ready? We'll go jump, 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 yeah! Woo! Big Giant Amanda brought a giant panda who is munching cakes on the veranda. Big Giant Cindy says, oh, it's too windy, but enjoys speaking with Ron Beer in Hindi. All my friends are giants. They like coming over for tea. When your friends are giants, just ask them to sneeze carefully. Uh-oh, guys, uh-oh. Shoo! All my friends are giants. All my friends just sneezed. Gesundheit. Giant sneezes blew my house away. The party is over. Nevertheless, they seem pleased. All my friends are giants. They like coming over for tea. When your friends are giants, well, every day is a party.